What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, Dudes Who Bet Daily, February 19, 2023. And look at those brooms in the background, baby. Nice little 4-0 day yesterday. Magic made us sweat a little bit. The other three were pretty cushy, though. So always nice to pick up a 4-0 day. Plus 440 doesn't suck either. Papa Dude, you ready to keep this streak going today?
Let's do it. It's kind of a tough day, though. A little bit shaky today. Not a lot to bet on. No NBA and a few NHL, and the college games are pretty tough on Sunday.
I was wondering if our boy Aaron here was going to go XFL. He had an XFL winner yesterday in the late game, and I know you're a Battlehawks fan here. You taking St. Louis early?
Yeah, give me St. Louis for the XFL game here early, no doubt. I'll take the Sea Dragons as well to give me both the road teams today. Yeah, I took oh gosh, can't even, who the hell did I tell you I took last night? I was feeling hot and I just took them. They won 33 to whatever, Houston, whatever they are, Roughnecks, Rough Riders, something like that. Yeah, they beat the Defenders. It was more of a fade, the Defenders. They weren't very good the last time the XFL was around. They don't look very good now. Also, shout out to Bob Stoops. He got a win yesterday with Arlington. So XFL is off and rolling.
Gotta love it, man. Getting football back here just 2 weeks after the Super Bowl. But we're going to start out with something that we talk about all the time here. Let's do a little NASCAR action, baby. We got the Daytona 500 today. Papa Dude would not stop texting me about this race last night. I mean, just constant texts about the Daytona 500. It was brutal. Papa Dude, we'll start out with you. Give us a deep dive into who's going to win the Daytona 500 today.
I'll go with Dale Earnhardt. Oh, wait a minute. No. Does Junior still drive?
No.
Oh, shit. There's my top two. How about Richard Petty?
Well, he owns the team. So maybe we go with someone who's driving for
Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch
is currently racing. That is allowed.
Right. That's my pick.
Officially on Kyle Busch. Aaron, who you got here?
Is like I'm trying to think of a name. Denny Hamlin, is that still a guy?
He's still a guy. Okay. I'm going to actually tell you who I bet, because I did bet two drivers today. I bet Kyle Larson, who's going to start in the top 5 there in the grid. So I like Kyle Larson a little bit, 14-1. And then Eric Almirola. Okay. No idea how to pronounce his last name. Opened up at 28-1. He's steamed down to 15-1 on Bookmaker. You can still get him at 25-1 on Bovada. He won one of the 2 heats, and he qualified in the top 4 in qualifying as well. So driving well this week. Good car. We're going Eric Almirola.
Good car. I like that.
Good car, baby. It's driving fast this week.
What's he driving?
A car.
A car. That's what I thought.
As you can tell, none of us are huge into NASCAR, but we'll try and take a little bit of a swing. Hopefully, Eric Almirola or whatever the hell his name is can get it done here. 25-1, like I said, on Bovada, 15-1 on Bookmaker now, so a little more value. Shop that one around if you're gonna play it. Hopefully, we can get that checkered flag. Let's jump over to college basketball, Papa Dude. You know something about this. We got UNC heading in to take on NC State. NC State laying 2 is a short home favorite here. UNC needs this game to try and make the tournament. They're struggling a little bit. Total sitting at 154. Where are you going here, Papa Dude?
Well, I almost played my theory as of yesterday. You got a blue blood against a not so blue blood, but they still are pretty good. And that's what kind of threw me off a little bit. Carolina's not very good. However, if I was going to bet this game, I would bet North Carolina because they need this desperately. I look at North Carolina and North Carolina State kind of like I look at football, Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. I just think North Carolina's got an edge over their little brothers in North Carolina State. So I would take the Tar Heels, but I don't think they're as good as North Carolina State.
Yeah, I would lean North Carolina here as well, catching the 2 points. Team needs the game. I think these are pretty similar teams here. In the line, you'd expect to be a little bit more. It's just a little too short for me to want to play NC State. So I'll take North Carolina plus the 2 as well. Aaron, where are you going here?
Last night, there was a hockey game at North Carolina State. It was great. A lot of fun. The students were going crazy. If you think they've slept since then, you're crazy. They've been up all night. They've been drinking. It's going to be rocking again. They're going to cap off a huge weekend on that campus. They're beating North Carolina today. Give me the Wolfpack.
All right, let's head into a game that's about to tip. So if you want to bet this one, rush over to your sports book. Cincinnati taking on UCF, University of Central Florida, laying 3.5. Got up to 4 here, so I'm not sure where we're actually going to tip off at. Total sitting at 140. Spoiler alert, I bet UCF here. I bet them when it was -3. It's now up to -3.5, -4. Big betting split edge here where there's majority of bets on Cincinnati, yet all of the money is on UCF. Generally, that tells you where the kind of quote-unquote pro bettors are going. So I went with UCF here. Pop Dude, who do you like in this one?
Good choice. I like that too. Cincinnati's inconsistent. They don't play well on the road. Central Florida's decent. I'm going with, what are they? I can't think of their name. The Knights. I'm going with the Knights. Yep. Knights over the Bearcats today.
2 football schools. This is usually a better game when we're talking about football. I think they played twice this year. Both of them were pretty good. Aaron, who do you got here?
Since Mick Cronin left Cincinnati, they've struggled. I don't bet Cincinnati anymore without Mr. Cronin doing a great job at UCLA. Another school, UCF, wins today. Give me UCF big over the Bearcats.
There we go. We got a sweep here on UCF. Hopefully they can get it done. Like I said, I think they just tipped off, but the live line right now is Central Florida -3.5. So you can still get in on that one early if you'd like to. All right, now let's head out to the ice. We got the Predators going in to take on the Wild. Predators +160, Wild -190, total sitting at 6. This is my special first period under of the day. You can get the under first period 1.5 +110. We've been on a roll with these. I think we're 4-1 in the last 5 of them. So we're going to keep trying to play one of these a day. This is the under first period game for me. Aaron, where'd you go here?
Great bet on the under. I think that's going to be really good. We've documented how the Wild just are struggling to score right now. Going to break out of it eventually, I think. I don't know if it's going to be today, though. Saros for the Predators, very good goalie. So that under for the first period is very good for you. I will take the Wild. They really, really need a win right now. They're struggling. They did play pretty well a couple nights ago. I mean, they've lost some close ones. I don't love the Predators team outside of the goaltending, so I think the Wild get it done. Pretty evenly matched game, though. Wouldn't talk you off either way.
This one should be fun. I don't mind taking a flyer on the +160 here. I wouldn't bet a lot on this game either way, though. Just taking that under. Papa Dude, where are you leaning?
Didn't they both play yesterday? I know the Wild did.
I think Minnesota was 2 nights ago.
Oh, okay. I thought the Predators beat the Florida last night.
Maybe they did.
Predators beat the Panthers 7-3 last night in Florida in the afternoon. The Wild did not play yesterday.
The Wild was 2 nights ago, yeah.
Yeah, so the goalie for the Predators might not play in that game on a back-to-back. That's a big game for the Predators. They need every win they can get. So I bet he plays. Don't you, Aaron? This is a game they need.
Yeah, I think he'll play.
Yeah, they're chasing the Wild. They're pretty close to them. I went with the Wild also because they have the extra days rest, but I wouldn't bet much on it either.
Lankinen played last night, so Saros will go today.
Yeah, they played
the backup against Florida.
They played the backup. Okay.
Yeah, so they played the backup out of conference. They're going to go with Saros tonight in that, which should help that under. Hopefully we get it. All right, let's go to the game, which I thought was really interesting. We talked about the Devils yesterday. They were able to get the job done against Pittsburgh. Today they're taking on the Jets. The Jets +105, Devils -125. Total sitting at 6 here. The Devils played their starter last night, so they're going to have their backup in here just to throw that one out. I'll start with you, Aaron. Who do you like here?
You know, we talk about Pittsburgh and how I've had trouble getting them right. Winnipeg in the Western Conference is just a team I'm just on the wrong side of a lot. That being said, I'm taking the Devils. I wish Magic was here so he could give us the Devils, but I definitely going to take the Devils here. We took him yesterday and it worked out, so we'll see. But like I said, this Winnipeg team, I have a hard time with them. When I count them out, they play pretty well, and when I'm confident on them, they kind of sneak it up. So another toss-up, like I said, I'll take the Devils.
Yeah, give me the Devils as well. They played yesterday against Pittsburgh very well. It's a team that they need to win these games. They're a younger team, so I'm not as worried about the back-to-back side of it as well. Not a big travel day either, going from Pittsburgh into New Jersey. So give me the Devils. I'll lay the -125 for the second day in a row. Papa Dude, who you got?
Make it a clean sweep. I'll take the Devils also. Seems to me like the Jets haven't played a whole lot since the All-Star break. Maybe my imagination. It seems like their schedule's been they probably need to get back in the groove. They were playing really well before the break. I'm going the Devils as well.
All right, let's head over to the racetrack here. We're actually going to talk about 2 races real quick. We'll start out with our race of the day, Oaklawn's 8th. This is a $100,000 N2L allowance for 3-year-olds. Before we jump into it, Papa Dude, did you get a chance to watch the Risen Star last night?
Yes, I did.
What did you think of the race?
I wanted to give a shout out to you. I believe you're the one that called that horse, weren't you?
No, I had the 8.
Oh, who mentioned that horse? Somebody did on here. Was it Magic?
Magic may have. We talked about it a little bit. One as the other Cox. I think it was Magic actually.
Yeah, I think it was Magic. Okay, I was thinking it was you.
Nice winner there, a big price, victory formation. Struggled a little bit.
Yeah,
there's quite a bit of trip trouble in that race. I mean, I've watched it back 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
It was not a clean race in any way, shape, or form. However, still a little disappointing in how a couple of these run. Aaron, have you watched the race since? Any other new opinions?
I have watched it. I am severely disappointed in the race, to be completely honest. And I hate to sit here and like bag on a winner, so I'm not going to do that. But at the same time, I am going to say nobody really ran all that well in that race. I like visually, it didn't look it. Then I woke up this morning and saw it got an 87 buyer. So it's like, yeah, that's what it looked like. I don't know how to explain how the horses just keep not showing up. Like if top horses lose and it's like, wow, that was a really good race and the number comes back fast and you're like, well, that's what happens during these races. Horses improve and not yada, 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 but I just keep watching these races and it's like the horses that have been decent just don't run. And that's what I saw yesterday too. And there's no excuses, right? Like they didn't blaze early. There was no really wide trips from horses that had, like a victory formation or Harlow Cap. They just didn't show up. I like 2 fills out of this. I thought he ran exceptionally well. I thought he had the worst of the trips. So, but I don't think he's that good, but I think he's a hard trier for sure.
Yeah, 2 Fills to me was the one who jumped out closest to the pace, still was able to hang around late. Everyone else was close to the pace. Determinedly who said it finished last. He was sitting 4th or 5th almost the entire race, was able to end up finishing, I believe it was 3rd, somewhere right around there. So thought 2 Fills ran pretty well there. Let's jump into this 8th race over here at Oaklawn. 3-year-olds again headed to the racetrack. Aaron, I know you like a horse in here, so we'll start out with you. Who's your top pick here in the 8th at Oaklawn?
Well, let's just see if horses keep disappointing me because that has been the theme of the weekend. Shopper's Revenge was a horse I really liked at Oaklawn. Horse goes to the front, blew the break, and was dead last. And so still ran really well, but got beat. I really like the number 4 Disarm today at Oaklawn. I mean, you go back and you look at that maiden race that he won at Saratoga. He won by 6 1/4. That was on Whitney Day. And look at the horses that he beat. So many horses that have come back to either win or run really, really well. I love Disarm in this spot. Let's see if he can disappoint me like I have been disappointed all weekend. But he looks awfully good to me. Now, the good thing about this, he faces 2 Eagles River. That's a nice horse. So we're going to know he's going to have to run decent to get the job done here. It's not that easy of a field. So he's going to get a test. I think he's going to win. I think he's a really, really good prospect. But he's got to go out there and do it. And they have not been doing it lately. So we'll see if Disarm can kind of buck that trend.
Yeah, it's interesting. You got 2 horses coming out of that verifying Gun Pilot race, 2 Eagles River and the 7 Wrecker Point as well, who ran within a length of each other there. Verifying and Gun Pilot both looked, Gun Pilot came back to win out of that race. Verifying obviously has looked good for Brad Cox as well. So going to be interesting to see how those 2 shake up. Look, I kind of agree with you on Disarm. The price, I think, is going to be pretty short here. I think we're looking at 3 to 5, 1 to 2, somewhere in that range. I like the idea of just playing the 4 over the 1-7, 1-7 in the try, and assuming those 2 are going to run that right in 2nd and 3rd, just like they ran close to each other last time out. See if you can get a little bit of value. Maybe go heavy 4-1-7 because I do think the 1's a little bit better and should be more forwardly placed in the race. So I'll go 4-1-7 cold on the try there, Papa Dude. What do you think?
You think Aaron was talking about he's frustrated. I got a feeling the ass man's a little frustrated too, don't you? He's got to be. I think he was looking for a little bit more this weekend than what he's got. This is his last big one, I think. I don't know where he's got horses all over the place, but I would say this is his best one running here in this one. Is he healthy? The workouts show he is. That would be a question, but Aaron's right. 2 Eagles River is pretty good. So he's going to get a test. And I like Mike's bet. You got to try to make some money out of a short price. And this is one that will be. So if he runs like he did at Saratoga, he should win. This is a big race for an Asmussen horse. He needs something to hang his hat on after what we've seen so far.
Yeah, Asherson, frustrating day yesterday. Gets to 9.999 early in the day. I think it was the first at Oakland he won. And we're flipping between Sam Houston and Oakland and Fairgrounds and all over the place. And he just cannot buy a bucket. Cox gets to 2,000 very quickly. Asherson's still sitting on 9.999 going into today. So it'll be interesting to have that Asherson 10K watch, see where that ends up happening. Something we mentioned on Friday, and we're here Sunday, still has not seen it. Before we move on from racing, I want to call out a horse just so people go check this one out. I wanted to make a Gulfstream race number 9 my race of the day because, I like Gulfstream more than Oakland. And also probably one of my favorite horses in training right now. Hope in Him, the 4 horse, is running in the 9th race. Basically the golden pal of synthetic. I'm not even exaggerating at this point. This horse breaks like a rocket and just goes. Has won 4 in a row since won 4 in a row, 3 of those in the new barn for Barry Croft. This is the second time in his career we're going to be trying turf sprinting. Jose Ortiz stays on the mount, been on the last 2. Really interesting to see how this horse does on turf, because if we can actually translate that speed over to turf, Hope in Him could be a very interesting turf sprinter moving forward. Aaron, did you have the 4 on top here? And are you as excited about Hope in Him as I am?
I did not put the horse on top because I just don't know about the surface change, but I get why they're trying to do it. There's only so many races you can run in that are synthetic, and you got to try the turf at some point. It's great. This is the great thing about racing. You have your big horses and that's fun, but you get these horses like this, right? You watch Gulfstream every day. You love that synthetic surface. And then, man, this horse comes along. He's like, yeah, this is a really cool horse. I hope he wins. I do. I put the 5 on top. I thought this horse was really good on debut on this surface at this distance for Pletcher. I think he's going to move forward off that race. But I'm with you. I'm rooting for Hope in Him. I hope this horse really blazes. And we say, hey, now we've got this horse that was out on the synthetic. Now he's blazing on the turf. Let's take him to a stakes next.
I remember the debut for Canthari back in December. Not often you see a Cantheros, who stands for 20,000, sell for $575,000. So big number for a Cantheros there. We'll see if the 5 horse is able to scare the 4 a little bit. I also like the 9 a touch too. Papa, did you look at the race?
No, but I got to mention one other horse.
Go for it. Rated R Superstar.
Razorback yesterday. We got to mention the Samurai Man for D. Wayne.
Yeah.
Wow. Did that horse run?
Yeah.
He saw that opening and a wham. He goes, that's just kind of a cool thing for D. Wayne to win a race like that. Anytime we count him out, here he comes.
Yeah.
He just stays he just wins a race when you don't think he's going to. You think, well, he's 87, it's about over, and then boom, something like this happens. And this horse has been running really well since he got it. And Rated R did what Rated R does. He made the last run, but these horses he's been running against here the last couple of times are just a little bit better, and he's back too far. He can't catch him. When he makes these runs, he just can't get there. But a 10-year-old running 4th in, what was that, a $600,000 race?
Yep.
That ain't bad. That's not bad.
D. Wayne might have a little more press leading up in the next couple of months. More rumblings this morning that he may end up with a Baffert horse. So we'll see if that happens.
Is that right?
D. Wayne may be headed to the Kentucky Derby, which would be an interesting story if we go there.
So D. Wayne, it's because Somich and I kind of talked about him privately a couple of weeks ago. We're like, I just don't know what he's got. And then, like I said, Papa Duty wins the Grade 3 Razorback. Really cool to see Sam Pittman, head coach at Arkansas, in the winner's circle with them there yesterday. That was cool. And there's rumors about Derby horses maybe for D. Wayne. We'll see how that pans out. And Secret Oath is getting closer to a 4-year-old return. I don't know how she's going to run, but still, that's a big horse. Winner. So it's going to be good. Yeah.
Well, so it's going to be interesting following the D. Wayne life there as we go through it. All right, let's head into the best bets for the day. 4-0 yesterday, up for the week, up for the year. I'll kick this off. I hope Dr. Tang is watching. I'm going to take Cleveland State -2 today. So outside of just the joke part of this, where they beat Wright State, if you were watching the show, I believe it was on Thursday, Friday, maybe it was. Look, Cleveland State 12-5 in conference. They're facing the other team in conference 12-5. They have only lost 2 games at home all season. They lost on this road to this team It was, what is it? Northern Kentucky. Yeah, Northern Kentucky Norse by 1 point on the road. This is a revenge game for get them, a game they need if they want the number 1 seed in the conference tournament. They're playing phenomenally at home this year. Like I said, just 2 losses all year. Give me Cleveland State minus the 2 today to take care of Northern Kentucky. Papa Dude,
I like it. I like it. That's who I got. So let's hope. Now, that's not Dr. Tang's today. But anyway, I think he's mad at Cleveland State.
he's not a big Cleveland State fan. You like that, Aaron? Just a little salt in the wound and also the best bet?
I actually like the bet, but I like the salt in the wound more. But I do like the bet. I like Cleveland State today. Yeah.
All right, Papa Dude. I'll let you talk about this one. I know this is like 7 people's best bet today.
Yeah.
I know Aaron wanted it. You ended up with it. Gotten 2 texts about this game. Tell us about the Salukis. Miranda's
I'm not 100% on it. I'm not. You knew I would say that, right?
Yes.
The Missouri Valley is very competitive, and that's what worries me just a little bit. There's 4 or 5 really good teams in the Missouri Valley, and these 2, Bradley is playing at SIU today. They're both very good. I went with the Salukis because they're a little more consistent than Bradley. They're very difficult to beat in Carbondale, Illinois. It's a tough place to go in and play. So I went with them because we're getting points. I think they're going to win. They're very good defensively. The key is going to be, can they make enough shots down the stretch to hold off a really good Bradley team? That's always a shaky thing with SIU, but a lot of us are on them, including Dr. Tang and Aaron. So he liked it too. So, hey, 3 brains like that, we got to get this one. So I'm going SIU plus 1.5 over the Bradley.
Braves.
What are they?
Braves.
Oh, I never would have thought of that. Anyway.
All right, Aaron, heading to the ice for your best bet. I'll let you talk about this one.
Yeah, I'll go to the Avs once again today. Got him yesterday. That nice plus 138 with the minus goal and a half. Just going to play him straight today at minus 115. I just don't like the Oilers all that well. The Avs played the backup yesterday in St. Louis. So we've got Georgiev, however the hell you say his name. He is a considerably better than the backup. So, yes, I think they're going to get the job done here today against an Edmonton team they just leave a lot to be desired to me. I think this wide open style of play will get shut down against Colorado. They're pretty darn good on the back end. I think they get them today. I know Dr. Tang texted me and said a lot of sharp money's on Edmonton. I said, I don't care. I'm taking the Avs. I think they're a better team. So may get burned today, but got him yesterday at least. But I am pretty confident Colorado wins this one.
I didn't bet this one because of what you mentioned. Like it's one of those where the back-to-back kind of tough. It's close to a pick 'em. The sharp money, there is some on Edmonton. But, man, that defensive side of it and the way the Avalanche can move the puck through the neutral zone, both by passing and skating it with those defensemen, scares the crap out of you against a team that plays no defense. And that's exactly what Edmonton does. So that part of it really scares me. I think the Avs definitely score. It's whether or not they're able to keep Edmonton off the board as well here. Pop, any thoughts on this one?
Oh, it's going to be a good one. They're always fun to watch. Edmonton's fun to watch no matter what.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would take the Avs. I think I did, and this will be a good one today. Is that a night game?
I think it's 2:00.
Okay.
A lot of afternoon hockey this week. The one game we did not mention, which I want to at least call out, is my continue fade the St. Louis Blues campaign is going on today. You can get Ottawa minus a goal and a half plus 151. We talked about how the Blues rarely lose by 1.
Yeah.
We also have the backups playing for the Blues tonight. Grice is in net. The Senators can score.
Yeah,
Blues can't. I'm going to ride this Blues. I'm going to fade the Blues, take the other team minus a goal and a half. If I'm keep getting plus 140, plus 150 type numbers, I'll do it again today with Ottawa minus a goal and a half, plus 151 right now. Aaron, I know you don't have faith in the Senators, but man, you got to, after that effort last night from the Blues, you kind of have to be like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I like the bet, but I watched the Senators blow like a 3-goal lead against Chicago the other night. So I'm like, I'm not doing that. So, but yes, I don't hate it. No.
Yeah, another salt in the wound there for Papadude, who had the Sens that night. And the Hawks just come storming back against just the Senators because they haven't stormed back against anyone all year. All right, let's take a look at the best bets here as we wrap this week up. Aaron taking the Avs minus 110. Papadude, Southern Illinois at plus 1.5. I'm going to take Cleveland State, lay the 2. 8-6 for the week, up $1.90, up 527 for the year. Let's see if we can make it 7 in a row to close out the weekend. to make up for the terrible Wednesdays that we just keep having. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. We will see you back here, same time, same place, Wednesday. Good luck with all your bets today, sports and horse racing. Don't forget, Santa Anita runs tomorrow, so you got some holiday racing as well. Everybody have a good one.